Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Binch Bros podcast. I am your host, Keo, and my co-host here is June. Say hello, June.
Hey, say June. What's up?
Yeah, say June. And welcome to episode 3 of our podcast, Binch Bros.
More than episode 3, isn't it?
I mean, I still haven't uploaded the spoiler cast.
No, I know, but even with that, isn't this like episode 5?
No, this is 5. What did I say? 5? Didn't I say 5?
You said 3.
Wow, I meant to say 3. 3 or 5. 5.
You meant to say
5 and 3 for some reason always switch around for me for some reason. So I don't. Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a podcast where we talk about I guess games we played recently, games that we suggest to each other. And then it's just overall it's just a podcast where two friends, two mates talk and hang out and stuff.
Yeah, bruv.
Yeah, bruv. And yeah, so today we're supposed to be, I guess, doing a review on Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. How far did you get into it?
Well, the beta is the beta we were playing,
Yeah.
and I played it a little bit with Tanner and Jingle a little
Jingle?
bit. Or no, Justin. Sorry.
I was about to say Jingle played. The hell?
No, Justin played.
Nice.
And yeah, it was cool. It's a lot like the first game. So if should I describe what the first game's like? Okay,
Yeah, describe it. I mean, I don't think there's. Yes, describe it.
Yeah, so it's like it's like an online multiplayer game where you create an avatar and then you queue up quests from like a lobby.
Yeah.
And then you join in with like 3 people. Usually it's like you and 2 other people.
I think that's a weird number too, to have a max of a party, I guess.
Yeah, I think, or maybe it's 4. I don't know. I think it depends on the quest or something.
Okay.
But it seems like it was like 3 at the time I played. But and then you unlock gear and moves, and it's like a fighting game, but it's on a 3D plane. You fly around, you lock onto each other. It's kind of like if you've ever played the game, the combat's sort of like what games would that be like? If you've ever played,
I mean, it's the same like Tenkaichi or something sometimes, where you.
I don't know. If that's
a
like
3D
Budokai,
plane.
it's different.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
It's like a 3D plane, still. Where you're flying
Okay.
around and stuff. I mean, that's that's Dragon Ball Z too as well, and I'm pretty sure they use that battle mechanics on it.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. It's kind of like if there's another.
I don't know any other game that.
Zone of the Enders.
Or maybe
you
is
fly
there
around in that one?
Zone of the Enders? I don't think I played that.
The PS2.
There was some mech
series.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I was
Hideo
supposed to say there were
Kojima.
some mech games that have like 3D combat areas or combat.
Yeah, but it's like you fly a lot, so it's like the plane is not the ground usually that you're fighting on.
Yeah.
Like you're hardly ever just on the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool. It's a fine game. The fun part about the beta was that so you have to create a new character. The idea is that your previous character is like a legend in this world or whatever, and then your save data carries over, and you get all their gear from your last game.
Yep.
So I had all my good moves and I had all my good moves and had the gear I was wearing, and
That's kind of OP. You fight against because these guys are like time patrol people.
so how it works is like you're playing these missions basically that take place during the
Dragon Ball Z universe.
yeah, like during the comics or TV show, and you're fixing things because things are going wrong or something. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And but you could also like queue up battles with people online and fight them, and I don't know, it's pretty fun. It's a lot like the first game, so it's not much different than that first game. But if you like that game and you wanted more, all the missions that I played were missions from the first game, though, so that's a little weird. But I don't know if they were just doing that for
In the beta?
Yeah, in the beta, but maybe that was just for like their stress testing
Just how
the
many
what do you call
people
it?
can be on it and stuff?
Yeah, because there were some server things that
Yeah.
would go down every now and then.
It's usually what the beta used to get paid for that, I think. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I used to get paid to be a beta tester, and now you do it for free
yeah,
because
now
you want
people
to.
are eager to just jump onto the game and see how it is.
Yeah, it's fun to play a game early. I think
Yeah.
there's something exciting about that.
Yeah. I feel like there's a
Yeah.
weird debate on I feel like there's a weird debate on everything, but that is one of those weird debates.
Well, actually, this kind of leads me into a talking point I wanted to bring up
Okay, nice.
because Battlefield 1 released, sort of,
Oh
recently.
yeah.
So what happened was the main game, I don't know if it came out yet as of the time of this recording. Well, when you're listening to it, it will have. But so what they did was they released. So they have like a $80 instead of just $60 bundle or version, and they have like an $80 bundle and a $100 bundle, I think.
Yeah.
And if you get the more expensive bundles, the 80 and the 100,
Of
you get to
course.
play the game 1 or 8 days before
Everyone else
the game,
before the game
yeah.
even comes out,
And
which
the
is
thing
on the
about-
21st of October apparently.
And the thing that's interesting about that is that like it made it so a lot of people
Boosting.
were talking about. Well, yeah, right. But that was like part of it. But then like another thing that I was thinking of, like that I heard someone mention on a podcast was that maybe it was for stress testing because Battlefield has notoriously had bad launch weeks.
Uh-huh.
When they launch, like their servers would always be down or too
Yeah.
many people trying to get on, like.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe it was like a soft launch to stress test kind of.
Mhm.
But like that brings up the question, like a game when it releases, it's like when it releases, that's like a really important time for a game's life, right? Like
Yeah.
the release week. And if you like teeter it out like that kind of and you have this like soft launch before the actual launch, it's like maybe not something like Battlefield or Call of Duty because those games are humongous, but like for a lot of games I could see that like negatively impacting it. Like what was that game that came out, like a lot of like Steam games, like or like
A lot of Steam games have like early, like they even have
Yeah,
like
but that's
alpha
like, yeah,
access.
That's different. Early access is like so. Like, I feel like we know what that is now, but
Yeah.
like these like soft launches, I feel like there was like some racing game that had a dirt rally maybe.
Dirt. It was it like an MMO because one from Ubisoft. I'm trying to dig through my mind to find out the name. It was like Drive or something. I think it was called Drive actually.
There was a game called Drive Club, but that didn't have this issue.
I remember that actually. That didn't get much hype, did it?
No, well, here's the thing, right? It like came out. That's actually this kind of ties in because Drive Club was a game that launched really like poorly. Like when it first came out, it had a whole bunch of problems, and so it's getting like pretty hammered in reviews and customer reviews and stuff like that. And like by all accounts, now the game is great. Like people who still play it love it, but like I don't know how many people are willing to give it a shot anymore.
Yeah.
Because of that first launch that they had, and you know how badly it went. So I don't know. It's like one of those things where like I really think that like a game's launch is pretty important to its life, and so with like this trend with games like Gears of War 4 and Battlefield 1 doing these like early launches, I think Microsoft is doing that with a lot of their published games. I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on this. I don't have the full list of early
I'll quote you.
launches, but or quote me on it, but I could be wrong. But and I'm no expert, but I do think that I don't know. I'm interested to see what this like how this affects game launches from now on. Like, you know, is like, you know, like like I don't know, like Final Fantasy 15, right? Like,
Yeah.
is that gonna have like a week early launch? Like, is that like
I don't
or
know.
like 1 week
Does it have a
early?
multi? I feel like the only reason why they
No, it
have like a
doesn't.
week launch or like an early access thing is because it has multiplayer.
No, but it's not. No, that's not the reason. The reason is because you're like paying more. It's like it's like a privilege. You get to play the game 1 week early. Like that's how they're billing it. They're not billing it as
I don't see it like that.
come
I
stress
see,
test.
I
No,
see-
that's that's literally how they're
Is it?
marketing it. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Like here, like I'm gonna look it up. But
So the thing is, though, real quickly, with Battlefield 1, do they is it
Here,
it keeps going, right? Like the levels that they get on the early access, it
I
continue
think
on
so.
to the next day.
I think so.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna read you the from gearsofwar.com.
Okay.
Their like little press statement. It says pre-order from Xbox Store to wait, that's not the part I'm looking at. Dang it, where is it? Hold on. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Here it is. Early access. Gears of War 4 Ultimate Edition is your gateway to the early access to the game, allowing you to play from Friday, October 7th, 4 days before the release date. This applies to both physical and digital editions of the game. You see, that sentence has nothing to do with like multiplayer or stress testing online or anything like that. It's just talking about
For Gears of War.
Yeah. For any of these games, like I'll type in Battlefield 1 right now.
Send me your links. Or you're just looking up Microsoft
I'm just on gearsofwar.com.
access.
Now I'm on battlefield.com.
Oh, the early access program or something, or like what?
No, it's not a program. It's just it's EA Access or whatever. Right?
Oh,
like,
that bullshit.
But like, also if you just buy the game early, or if you buy the big version, you get this too.
Yeah.
And it says for Battlefield 1, it says you get 10 hours of Battlefield 1 before, like 8 days before the game comes out. So you could play it for 10 hours before October 20th from October 13th.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it doesn't talk about. It's saying this like it's a privilege, not like it's like a good thing. It's like you buy it so you can do this instead of like it's not like a beta or anything. It's not billing it as in here help. That's of course not, because they're making you pay for it,
Yeah.
But it's like they're trying to be like selling the game earlier to you. Like that's the marketing on it, and I think that's gonna. I don't know what type of impact that's gonna have, but it's interesting. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard to like put on it. Like it's hard to like judge it because people are like drawn into it, and it's not so much the company's fault for them buying it or whatever. It's more of the customers. So
No,
I mean, fucking way,
Theo.
Well, I think we're both. I think I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
I would never say no. It's a marketing. I mean, it's like I don't know if it's something I'm gonna start saying is faulty, because like I don't know how it's gonna be received. People might really like it. People might not like it. But like
I don't know. With my experience, because I bought a lot of early access stuff, and I always hated myself for it because I never pick it back up.
Well, okay, that's like that's like both the onus is on the customer and the developers, I guess, because it's like, but that's also something totally different. You know what you're getting with early access. You're not getting the final optimized game. You're getting
Whatever,
like a janky, broken, not fixed game that you can play early, and that's totally different from what Gears of War and Battlefield are doing. They're releasing the complete game that's gonna launch like minus patches or whatever. But like, like the game itself is finished when they're doing this. It's not like let's hammer out the kinks before the real big launch. It's like, here, you get a chance to play it early if you pay this much money. And it's like
it's a premium.
Yeah, it's a premium. Yeah, and
this
it
is for
feels
rich folk, or
yeah, and it
people
feels
that are broke.
no, for sure. It's exactly. It's like, hey, rich people, like give us more money, and I mean, like in a way, that's cool because like if like the rich people, the people with a lot of spending money, the whales, like in for which is a terrible phrase, but like for like uh premium or freemium games, or like games with microtransactions, it's like
Yeah.
the people who spend a ton of money are basically footing the bill for everyone else, right? In a
Yeah.
way, like so the game has more content or better content for everyone because the people who spend a ton of money on it
Mm-hmm.
are the ones who are like basically giving it all to the development of the game. But I mean, a game like Gears of War or Battlefield,
Mm-hmm.
which are complete games. I mean, yeah, they're gonna make map packs down the line or like
Just,
new
season
DLC, but like
passes, all that junk.
yeah, they already have season pass. But
Yeah.
like, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I don't think you can consider spending money on those games an investment into that game
Yeah.
as much as it is just an investment into the franchise, I guess. Whereas like if you buy Ark Survival Evolved
Mm-hmm.
on Steam, you are funding the development of Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah.
The game that
'Cause it's
hasn't
still
officially launched yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like Minecraft, people were spending tons of money on Minecraft. Like Minecraft sold so many copies before it even ever came out,
Yeah, that's true.
So like, and I mean, people are playing it all the time. So it's like, I mean, I guess it's like it's very different from the old early access way of thinking. This new, because these are also AAA games with like studio.
Yeah, so they
backing.
kind of have like a standard, like you expect them to be good and nothing wrong with them. Although you did say like Battlefield has like a bad rap.
Well, yeah,
for-
that's the interesting thing about Battlefield specifically is that like because of their prior history with bad launches, it's it like makes you think about this soft launch, early launch, whatever,
Yeah.
as like a different, like as kind of a, like I bet you this Battlefield has a better release week online than 4 and 3 did, which were both plagued. I think both of them were. I know one of them at least for sure was, but were plagued with like a host of problems, and
Mm-hmm. I
And
don't.
I
I don't
think-
really know too much of those problems. I play them. I kind of played it before, but
Mhm.
I only played it for like a day or two, and then I was done with it already.
Well, did you play it the week it came out?
Nope. More like
Yeah,
no, I
it's-
didn't. So
Yeah. Okay. So like,
that's
yeah,
that's
it's
another
like
thing.
the
So I don't
week it
really
came
know.
out would be the month or
So it's like server problems or like
Yeah, I think
balancing
actually-
issues or like just a whole bunch of other stuff.
No, I don't remember what it was, but I think Battlefield 3, I want to say, or 4.
Yeah.
It was one of them. One of them. It was like bad for like half a year. Like it wasn't good.
What the heck?
It was like really rough.
Yeah, it's pretty
shape
bad.
for a really long time. And so like, no matter how good the game itself ended up being or whatever, like, it really hurt its impact coming out at the gate, and like, I don't think Call of Duty has ever had problems like that, but like, I can't ever think of a Call of Duty game launching and there being
A bad
know,
like, or
like people the
release.
multiplayer being weird or anything, but like, and Overwatch didn't really have that, did it? I don't remember that happening.
No, no,
I
those
didn't
one
get on it
time.
right.
Those one time. I mean, not
No,
early.
no, but I mean like the week of the
Week
game
of?
launching, was it bad?
Oh no. I think it was good. I didn't have any issues with it.
Yeah,
Then
I don't
again, my
remember it.
internet wasn't bad back then, but I mean, it's still it was good. It was good.
Yeah, so
Good
I'm
job,
just
Blizzard.
wondering, and they might do, like we'll see when it comes to like a single player game if they do this early.
Blizzard?
Like play it early. No, anyone. Like,
Anyone?
well, I guess I'm thinking EA because they're the like ones at the forefront. But like,
Mhm.
if any like single player game comes out and they do this early thing, like,
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like I
that-
don't know. What game
Hmm.
has done that like in the past couple of games though?
Gears of War 4 did that. Battlefield 1 did that.
Yeah, but those
I
had
think the
like,
next-
doesn't Gears of War have a multiplayer type to it? And then like, because that's the only reason, that's the only thing I think about for early access is it's
Yeah,
to
but
get
that's
ahead of everybody.
No, I get what you're saying, but that's not what they're saying. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. It's it's
Like,
more
I'm
like it's
saying
more of like, okay,
They're not saying the reason they're doing this
it's for the
is
multiplayer.
because
They're saying it because they want you to play their game. You could play the game early if you pay a little more. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it. Regardless of
that's-
whether it has
yeah, it's
multiplayer
a
or not.
totally different like.
I feel like that's
thought-
that sounds like a hidden thing though. Like they say that, but they really mean go ahead and go play
Sure.
multiplayer and level up.
That's
Isn't there a
fine.
leveling thing on Gears of War as well? Or no?
Yeah, I don't know if
Like,
it really affects it. I don't know. I don't know if it affects it. I don't know.
What's
if it's
another
like,
game besides Gears of War then that has early access? That's a single player game. Like did BioShock have an early access type thing?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like I don't like there hasn't been like a single player only game, right, that's had this treatment yet.
Yeah.
And I like
You think it's
I
gonna
wanna
happen
see
in the
what
future?
I think it'll probably happen. Yeah, I'm sure.
I could,
maybe when the next Assassin's Creed comes out or something, it'll be like, hey,
yeah.
get it early, or like the next, I don't know, maybe one of the Star Wars games that EA is developing, or whatever, like if it's a single player one, I'm sure like if this is popular and it keeps going, then yeah. It'll be there for. I mean, I guess this is better than when games had a whole bunch of what was some of the garbage? Do you remember when they used to do the pre-order bonuses or the day one edition bonus, Arkham City? Okay, here's one. Arkham City was a single player game that came out.
Yeah.
For last generation, right? The sequel to
360.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you bought the game new, you got the Catwoman content in the game, and if you bought it used, you had to pay money to get it, or you couldn't play those parts. But the content itself was it was, oh my gosh, it was so intense. It was like part of the story. It was like the actual prologue of the story.
Yeah.
Was one of the you would have a different beginning of your game.
Yeah.
It would actually affect the beginning and the ending of your game. It wouldn't change the story, I guess, but it would cut that element of the story out. That's ridiculous.
How much of it though? If we're saying hours.
No, but I mean
okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was an hour worth of content maybe.
Wow.
But
Okay.
It doesn't, or maybe less. It doesn't matter. It's the opening. It's the first, when you first play the game, the first thing you do in the game is you play as Catwoman.
Wow.
In a cutscene. There's a whole, it's a story beat, and it's just removing that.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's removing the first chapter of a book.
Yeah. And they're just starting at
even if it's a prologue or whatever, it's removing the prologue of some book.
Yeah, just
and
jumping
it's
straight into the story without knowing
chapter
anything
one,
else. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know if
No,
it'll
man.
whether or not it hurts your enjoyment of the story. It's not the intended way for you to read the story.
Yeah.
You're supposed to read that. You're supposed to play the Catwoman part. That's not a bonus. That's insane to me. I mean, there's been other. Pre-order now and you'll get this weapon pack or some garbage like that, which doesn't really I don't know if that affects the game proper. It might actually make it worse, because then you're oh cool, honestly I don't like that stuff that
Get
here's
items
extra
and stuff.
I really don't like that because it was
there was a thing for Battlefront, or right, the Star Wars one, Battlefront.
yeah
Star Wars Battlefront, where if you pre-ordered, you get this gun. If you pre-ordered it, and apparently it was the most OP gun that you could ever get, and the only way you could get it is pre-ordering, and everyone got pissed at the people that didn't get it early were pissed off at everyone that, or pissed off at obviously EA because they don't see how they're able to get it when the people that bought it early has an advantage and stuff.
Sure, yeah, that's bad. There's trying to think of another one. here's a weird example because I've been playing Tomb Raider recently, and so the version that came out for PS4 is like the one with all the DLC, right? And like a weird like thing about this game is that like when you get to a certain point in the story, it unlocks all the like, you know, the pre-order and DLC items that like you would get or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's like, it makes it really weird because then like, so like the way your weapon progression would work in that game would be like, you have this pretty bad revolver early on, okay? And like eventually you collect the parts for a like a semi-automatic pistol later.
Yeah.
That's like better than the revolver, and then you'll collect, you know, or like you collect parts for like, but like the pre-order items are basically like different versions of those guns that you unlock later. So it's like at that point in the story you're gonna have the good guns now.
Yeah.
Without having to have played more of the game and unlocked it. So you're not, I don't think you're playing the game and having the same
experience as someone that didn't pre-order it, right?
Well,
or got
that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say like I don't think you're having the same like game design is specific, right? Like they want you to have like, unless you know it's something super open, but like usually they want you to have like a certain like you're playing through it a certain way with specific weapons in specific situations, and like if you have the revolver which holds 6 shots and is pretty weak at that point, like this combat scenario is tuned to that to the items you have.
Yeah.
And so like it's gonna be, you know, kind of challenging and like difficult in a certain way, but like if you have the later level weapons already, that combat scenario might just become a cakewalk, you know. And it's like,
okay,
it's like ruining the. I mean, I don't know if it ruined it because I have no basis. I have never played the game without my OP Magnum from the beginning, you know.
Right.
And I gotta be honest, like, you know, I kind of like it made me uninterested in the guns of the game.
Yeah.
Because of that, and so I just used my.
Because you already have a good weapon that you don't need to switch out to, right? Or is that not?
I don't know. So what I'm saying is like, it's just like, I think that the whole pre-order incentive, like bonus content for DLC, if it's something super cosmetic, maybe it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it would though, because I like that stuff, and it sucks to lock that behind some paywall. But like,
I think it just sucks because if you don't know that it's there though, like you wouldn't think too much of it. I think that's
it's interesting. I was like making a joke earlier about how like From Software would never, you know, put microtransactions in their game, right? Like
yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, but Bloodborne had a pre-order DLC, and what that did was and it was completely cosmetic, and it didn't affect your game in the slightest. But like, you had these little messengers that like hang out on your like lamps, which are your bonfires. You have these lamps and stuff, and they were these little messenger dudes, these little freaky little dudes,
like,
and
like
they
ghouls that come out.
Yeah, and like
bonfire.
You could, if you bought like the game early, you got like hats for them, and it's like, oh, that's fine. But like at the same time, it's like,
I want
ew.
that. You don't like it?
It's like, ew. Why did you do this, From Software? Like, why did From Soft? Like, I mean, like,
oh,
Sony
I see what you're saying.
did it, but like, yeah, it's like
why would you stoop this low? It seems like a stoop this low type thing, doing these pre-order stuff.
I expect it from Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah,
and I expect it from EA and Activision.
Leechers.
I expect it from these like corporate dudes, but like,
not software.
I don't know. From doing it was kind of weird, but I mean, I guess
I feel like it's just a trend thing that like game companies are doing. Like I feel like every game company just follows a trend, just like the whole microtransactions, pay the chance. We talked about this in a couple podcasts ago, but I feel like that's pretty much it. And just following the same thing that everyone else is doing is apparently doing pre-order stuff, pre-order content.
Yeah, they're still doing that. Mafia 3 has pre-order now, and you get like the family kickback pack or whatever.
I mean,
and it came with, like,
it's
a gun and a car or something.
and it's still just like you said, it's a marketing thing too. So, like,
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it sucks because it's like, I think it's like ruining the tuning of the. I mean, like, if I really want a game early,
yeah,
and I do want to pre-order it, and I get that stuff, like, it's gonna. Okay, here's the thing that's weird, right? Like, if I get stuff for pre-ordering a game, and and then I play a different game because I have this, like, super cool assault rifle way before you're supposed to have an assault rifle in the story, and like I just have this now, and like, I'm just like kicking ass through the first like 5 levels of the game or whatever. Like, it's gonna make it weird when it's gonna like make me probably worst player of the game because I'm not learning with the weak weapons how to play the game or whatever, and I'm not like building myself up, and so in a way I'm like punished oddly for supporting this game early in the long run, by getting spoiled. It's like, teach a man to fish, right? Like, you're just giving me fish. You're just feeding me for the day,
and
like,
I'm never gonna learn to like catch a fish and cook it, and
I'm not gonna be able to like get good at this game. I mean, like, oh my god, I'm just like thinking in my head now, like, what if like Bloodborne 2 comes out and you get a pre-order weapon? Oh my god! And it's just like this like
long
OP,
ass sword that changes into a big ass gun. I don't know.
Sure, and it's like, just like, what if I just like love it and I'm like, this is what I'm gonna use the whole game because of, like, like I can get dudes.
Meanwhile, here I am with my non-pre-order weapons, and I am dying every second. You're already past like the first boss.
Exactly, but you're dying like at least like teaches you the mechanics of the game. Whereas like my breathing through it like makes me like not understand how the game actually works. So once I start getting punished, it feels rough. Whereas like, if you like were building it up from the beginning.
You accept the fate and then you live with it.
Also, I always feel this weird like pressure from the game to use that stuff, but then like I also feel pressure from the game to not use that stuff. But I feel like if I'm not using something that's benefiting me, I'm like intentionally hamstringing myself. That feels like I don't want to do that. That's just like, don't do that shit. Just don't give me pre-order bonuses. Don't ruin the tuning of your own video
just release
games.
The game just as the game. That's all we need.
I can't think of a big AAA release that didn't have something like that recently.
Or
like maybe I can, but like so many of them did. Like Mirror's Edge Catalyst had some garbage runners pack that you got. I was super pumped on that game before it came out. It ended up sucking, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is when I started that game, I had like stuff. Like I think I had like skill points that I could assign to my character before I even did anything or whatever. It's like, the fuck, like, why, like, it's like, I don't remember exactly what it gave me, but like, I don't know. I'm not harping on Mirror's Edge specifically, but all games in general that do that, like, I don't like that. That's maybe I'm just.
I agree with you, June. Like I'm there too. Like it's I just want to play the game that's been released without any extra content, without someone else having a DLC, even though it wouldn't affect. I wouldn't be too bothered by it too much unless it's like that whole like Batman Arkham Asylum situation where you could play as Catwoman. You play as Catwoman in the very beginning or whatever. I might be thrown out by that a little bit, but I don't know.
That was actually the worst. That sounds really unforgivable. Bad. That's like so bad. That's like the like worst case scenario, right? Like that's I mean, or like certain games, like I know this is kind of a different thing, but like they like the DLC is like the ending of the game, kind of. I know that's happened a few times.
That is dumb as hell. I think that's so you're just pretty much paying for a game that doesn't have an ending, pretty much.
Yeah,
and you
like
have to pay for that. I think wasn't it Mass Effect 3? Or was that something completely
No.
different? Let's just not talk about that then.
No, that had not. No, but that's another example of pre-order bonus being ridiculous because that had a what do you call it? A companion. One of your companions was locked behind a pre-order bonus, but he's like really integral to the lore of that series.
Wow.
Like that series has like they always talked about the
Shepard. For some reason, Shepard. No, I'm just kidding. It's the main character.
No, they always talked about the Protheans?
I don't remember.
Prometheans?
It's been a while.
There were Prometheans or
Sounds right.
Protheans.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
it's
Prometheans.
one of those.
Prometheans sounds right.
That might be... No, I think Prometheans might be from Halo.
Oh.
I think it is Protheans.
Protheans.
Anyway, they were like this ancient race that, whatever, they were important to the story, but they were gone, right? And like Javik, this guy who you pre-ordered, would be like this Prothean who somehow survived. And it's like, oh wow, that's like huge.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, and I mean, he didn't end up affecting the story in any way, but still, like, that's just, it's so gross. It's such bad form to do that, I think.
I
Like,
don't know. That's just
to, like,
that's just how it
hide
is.
content.
Like I try not
you're
to
really,
think about it.
I feel like you're super okay with saying that's how it is.
It is. That's just how that. I mean, that's what. That's how human. That's how humans
sucks.
are. They just accept the way things are and just live
That's
on with
not
it.
true. Wait, that's so not. What do you mean? That's how humans are.
I don't know. It's
That's,
just
like,
it's either
not
that or
true.
just in my world. That's how everyone is. Like,
That's how
they just
you
accept
are.
it.
That's how you are.
I guess yeah. No, that's how
like,
I am.
No, exactly. This is what happened when Overwatch released this Halloween bundle, and you were like,
Fuck.
you and Justin and everyone were
Fuck
like,
it.
"Oh, this
Just
shit's
gotta buy
rad," and I was like, "No, this shit sucks." Like, what do you mean?
I mean, I
Like,
actually did enjoy it though. I did like it.
it's
did like
fine.
theirs.
It's not like it's not, you know, it's not that cool. It's not like super the best. You know, it's not like, and I'm never gonna thank them for giving me something else I could spend money on, you know, like what? Like, no, like, oh, thanks, dude. Thanks from the kindness of your heart that you know, gave me new costumes that cost 3 times the amount of money that I have to spend for the old costumes.
Yeah.
You know, like, nah, I'm that's not.
Oh, you're talking about that bit, or just just everything, everything
Just
about
everything.
this. Okay.
It's just like I don't think all people, dude, if all people were like that, we wouldn't have revolutions and we wouldn't have, you know, people fighting against injustice if everyone just accepted it all the time.
No, I guess that's true. I guess all people aren't like that then. It's just me. Dude, I'm just done with all of it. The thing is I don't give in to it. I don't give in to the whole pre-order thing. No, never mind. I do. I fucking do. Just a quick turnaround, because I'm just thinking about it. I was like, okay, yeah, I hella don't. I really don't care. And then I was like, wait, hold on, I pre-order. I pre-order more than I actually buy the games that come out, like when they come out.
I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna stand on a soapbox and tell people, you know, hey,
don't pre-order.
Vote with your
Boycott.
vote with your wallet. You know, no, like, do whatever you want, man. It's your money.
Yeah.
You want to because I pre-order games sometimes too, man. I pre-ordered like a ton of games. I pre-ordered
Mafia 3.
Yeah, I pre-ordered Mafia 3. I mean, but it's like, it's never like the incentives that get me. You know, it's never like the bonus costumes. And maybe sometimes it is, but like usually not. You know,
Okay.
it's like usually I know I want that game. You know, like I know I want that game and I have the money and I'm gonna reserve myself for. I mean, it's not gonna sell out, but like, you know, it's like for, I just like, it's like now I don't have to go there on release day and pick it up. I can just have it instantly beamed onto my PlayStation before, you know, it installed itself before it came out, so I can play it or whatever. And that's like, it's nice, you know, it's a nice, I don't know, it's weird because it's the system for pre-ordering, like, you know what would be nice? You know what would be a great pre-order bonus?
What would be nice, June? Tell me.
If the game was like $5 off instead of like giving me extra things.
That'd be,
if it just
that'd
costed
be great.
$55.
Pre-order bonus.
If it costed $55 instead of giving me some stupid map like gun gun skin.
or looking like my character's purple now.
Yeah,
Character's-
like just give me $5 off for pre-ordering it or something. Yeah, and I think Amazon does something like that.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, dude, like that's so much better than.
I mean, yeah, that would profit. But I feel like because games are usually like $60, right? I feel like
Yeah.
if that is ever enacted or like ever, I feel like they're gonna do some cheeky shit and just make the game cost initially $65, right? And then pre-order bonus, you get $5 off and not $60. So,
You know, I don't know if I don't know like the answer to this, but I think like since the days of like Super Mario or like Super Nintendo
yeah,
and shit, like I remember
Games were
games
just,
being
like-
$60.
games are
Like
just
games
like,
have always been $60, and
Yeah.
inflation has happened, and they're still $60. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know if.
you know
I don't,
if
like-
that's ever gonna be a thing.
Well, I mean, like obviously they're doing these like, you know, like Gears of War 4 and Battlefield 1 have like $100, $80 packs or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, you have these collector's editions, whatever. But like, I don't know if they can raise the base price past 60 because we're accustomed to that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It has to be like a generational gap, right? It has to
Yeah.
be like when PlayStation 5
Something-
comes out, now
something needs to
games are
hit.
$70.
Yeah, something
You
needs
know,
to
like,
hit
something like that.
um,
Yeah, it won't just happen overnight. It won't happen. You know, like Final Fantasy 15 is not going to just be $70 out of nowhere.
yeah.
Like, it's got to be like this like big time switch before it happens.
Yeah, it's weird though. It's weird how everything is $60 though. I mean, like you said,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a
always been
generational thing.
$60.
And then like, but Nintendo stuff, I think it's 40, but no, it's still 60. But the
No,
DS
it's 60,
games
yeah.
are 40.
They're like
I
50,
believe.
I think.
No,
I think 3DS.
50?
Are they 40?
I think they're 40.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're $50.
Like new games,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, let's look it up. Okay, what
Yeah.
game just came out for the 3DS?
What game's coming out? How about that?
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Pokemon
3DS. Pokemon
Blue
is coming out.
Moon. Pokemon Moon. $40.
Yeah,
Toys R Us. $40.
Oh,
at
really?
Walmart.
It's $40?
Yeah, I think that would have been like $40. New games.
All right, 3DS game prices. It's all $40.
Yeah. But it's just
Okay.
weird how there's these set numbers, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, I don't know. And then it could be because of like the economy too. But then again, I don't keep track of that shit, and I've never either because I come from I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but from housing, so we were pretty good on not having a job for a while, but we still had internet, power, and and like water and food and stuff, which is kind of weird.
Mhm.
But yeah, coming from that, it just I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find any like these 3DS games seem to be priced all over the place. Like
Are they?
I don't know. I
it
don't
not
get
set
it.
is it not set to 40 like for all new games?
I'm gonna type in 3DS.
Because I just
Game
remember the games that I
standard.
wanted to get, like Majora's Mask and I think Pokemon
Okay.
X and Y.
Yeah,
when
I
they
guess
came
they're all
out.
40, and they're 40. They're 40 quid or whatever, 40 pounds in England, which makes it so much more expensive, right?
I think so. They're like, what was it 2 times the
Isn't
dollar?
pound? It's not
Two
two
times
times for
the dollar?
sure. It's not 2 times, but Is
1.5. I don't know. Dollar, 2 pounds, pound exchange.
it's 1.22.
0.22.
1.22. It's 1.22,
Okay.
meaning it's like a pound is worth $1.22.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I'm-
I mean, if
all
you-
these other ones are showing.
I'm
me
not gonna
different
do
things.
the
I don't really
math,
care.
but,
I don't
like,
care either. It's definitely
40
it's definitely more. That's the whole point. So it's 40 pounds.
You know what?
some
I
ounce.
am gonna do the math.
Okay. All right.
40 times 1.22 equals 48.8. So it's like $50 in England.
Nice. $50. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Hell yeah. Worth. But I mean, that's what they're used to, as well. I don't
Yes.
know. That's just that.
I guess. Yeah, and in Australia, it's also like way more expensive, I think,
Don't
to
they
get a game.
have? Don't they have a different thing too? Oh, let's a quick shout out to our Canadian friends that are listening. I
Oh,
guess. I don't
nice.
know.
wait,
I just remember.
wait. What do you mean?
Just
What are you saying about
that are listening.
Australia?
Oh no. That Do they have the same currency? Do they go by the English or British pound?
No, they have their own. They have
Okay.
their own money.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, most okay, euro is the only thing that I think goes throughout countries,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which is like the European Union's.
Yeah.
It's called a dollar in Australia. It's the Australian dollar.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I see it right here. Australian dollar, which is 1.32 a dollar.
Of the US dollar?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going off Google. I don't know where you're
Interesting.
getting your information from because we have
Yeah.
different ones going on here.
Wait,
Because
who has different ones?
me and you. Oh no, I guess
For
it's a
what?
dollar.
When do we have different ones?
So I guess it's $2.32 difference. Like for every dollar, it's $2.32.
Wait, for Australia?
Yeah.
What?
Let me see, cause like I feel like that's why I'm seeing a different thing. It's a 0.
Okay, I just hit the Australian dollar exchange. It's 0.76 of a US dollar. It's smaller than the US dollar.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where you're getting yours from, but I'm on Google.
Google.
It's saying something else for me.
It says 1 Australian dollar equals 0.76 US dollars.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so I was going for $1 in the US. It's $1.32. That's interesting. Okay, I see where we're going. I see it as 76 cents now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they have to pay because of that. I think they have to pay way more for video games. I forget how much is It's like okay, I'm looking it up right now. They cost. How much do they cost?
Let's right after you're done with this. Ooh, rubies. How much is 1 ruby?
How much is a ruby?
One.
I guess it depends on the carat, right?
Nepalese ruby.
Nepalese.
Nepalese ruby is.
Is it ruby
1
or rupee?
cent. Rupee.
It's rupee in India.
Rupee. RUPEE. Rupee.
Yeah,
rupee.
that's a rupee.
Is 1 cent for American.
Yeah, I can't find the. I'm not looking at
Canadian dollar. Oh, let's look that up. Oh hell yeah! Oh, wow. Canadian dollars is 75 cents.
Why did we get on this tangent?
I don't know.
What were we
Let's go
talking about?
back. Let's just really take a U-turn here, June, and just go back on that freeway and get off back onto Dragon Ball Z, freaking Xenoverse 2, because we hella took a detour.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was like done with it talking about the
Okay.
game.
Well, I didn't get to play that much, and I haven't, and I probably won't either, because I still don't. I'm not too into
'Cause
the
it's
fighting
over.
game. No,
Sure.
just in general, I think, because I've never played Xenoverse. I want to play it, and since there's like somewhat of a multiplayer function to it, where I could play with my
Yeah.
friends, I kind of want to play it now.
I
But
definitely don't think you should play Xenoverse first, because like it's the same thing. Like you might as well, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm just saying in general. Like I never want to play that. I never had the interest of playing
That's
that kind of
fine.
game. But
It's absolutely fine. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
I would play it.
I
when it comes
just want Destructo Disc when I can. But yeah, let's
out. Oh, then you should play Xenoverse 2.
yeah. I'll just jump on your account.
All right.
Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Xenoverse with segue to currency, universal currency, or whatever.
Do you want to talk about the announcements that happened this week?
Do you know them? Cause I sure as hell
Yeah, dude. What do you mean? The Nintendo Switch
Oh,
and Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption 2.
Let's go into that. Nintendo.
Yeah, okay.
Nintendo Switch. Play that funky music, white boy. Okay.
So the Nintendo Switch seems so cool.
Yeah.
Like, I am all about it. Like,
Yeah.
I love the gimmick of
Taking your 2 magic wands and attaching it to
they
the
called
screen.
Joy-Con controllers.
Joy-Con.
Yeah.
All right.
Joy-Con, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so the whole premise of the Switch is that like you're playing your game on your TV,
Yep.
and then you can like pick up the screen and just play it on the screen, and you can also just use that like so you could play it as a handheld. you can use it as just like a mini screen.
Yeah, the
and set it up
console
on a-
itself is a screen, and it has a snap function where you could plug it in from
Yeah.
the docking station to where it's at. That's pretty much what
Mhm.
that thing is. You
Yep.
take it off on the docking station and just carry it around with you.
Yeah, and it's
It's a laptop. Switch is a laptop.
well, it's like a tablet. It's a tablet.
A tablet, yeah. I guess it's more
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
like a tablet.
'Cause
It's powered by what, NVIDIA Tegra.
Yeah, I still
And,
I want to see the specs because
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I could give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
it's
like
it's a
like,
cool.
it does-
It's almost the best gimmick or what you
it's
call the
like-
gimmick or whatever. On
Here's the
this.
thing, right? Like, if I was unsure about the games that are coming out for this, if this was the Ouya,
Oh
you know,
Jesus, let's not.
I would not be excited.
Uh-huh.
But the fact is, like, this is Nintendo.
Yeah.
Meaning this is Mario, this is Splatoon.
Yeah.
Meaning this is, you know, the next Donkey Kong Country game, the next Metroid, you know.
Yeah.
These games are coming out for this system. Legend of Zelda,
Yep.
Breath of the Wild.
It's gonna be
you
a
know.
big one.
And this whole time I was like, when the NX comes out, I'm probably going to play Zelda on my Wii U. Because
Yeah.
I have a Wii U.
Yeah.
But then I saw the Switch and I was like, oh, I'm probably getting that day one.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, yeah, I'm probably playing Zelda on my Switch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, you know, just because I'm getting it because I'm
Yeah.
sold for that trailer. Like, it is so, it's such a cool looking
Do you think?
console.
Do you think?
I know it's going to be weaker than both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Do you think it's
and I don't
gonna
care.
the community or like the human race is gonna be the same thing where when Pokemon Go epidemic went out, where everyone had their phones out? Do you think everyone's just gonna have their Nintendo Switch screen just moving around and playing their video games?
I hope not. I hope it's not like, I don't
Like you
I
go
mean,
you go into
hopefully
Starbucks
for Nintendo,
and
yeah.
you just see like
But
10 people with their Switches out.
yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, right, like, I don't think I've ever seen the thing, like, I think if you're not part of the community, you don't notice things too much. Like, I've never seen a person wearing Google Glass.
Yeah.
I've never, like, noticed someone looking for Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, when I was out and about.
But
like, maybe they were around me, but, like,
But once you
I never
start, you
noticed
do,
it.
right?
I guess, sure.
'Cause
I mean, like, the
that-
only time I've ever looked for Pokemon, like, on Pokemon Go, like, I was at a kickback, and there was someone who was super into Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
and was talking about it nonstop, and then there was, like, a Pikachu around,
Yeah.
and they needed another Pikachu for something, and everyone went, so I went with them, and, like, I had installed the game on my phone, but I had, like, opened it twice, maybe, and I was like, oh, okay, let's get this Pikachu. How do I get this Pikachu? Yeah, and, like,
Yeah.
that was the only time I ever really, like, noticed human beings using Pokemon Go, like, in front of me. Like, that
Yeah.
wasn't, like, you know, that wasn't someone I knew who was,
Like,
like,
you saw people around you and they had their phones out too and stuff, or like, what do you mean? Like, just or you're just saying.
yeah,
like,
I
your
never
friends.
noticed. I was never at, like, you know, I was never in, I guess I was out of college by the time Pokemon Go became a thing. But, like, I was never at, like,
Yes.
Starbucks noticing people catching Pokemon or anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were there, but, like, I never noticed it. So, like, you know, I never saw people on their Google Glass, you know, out and about. Maybe I did. Maybe
Yeah.
I just thought they were wearing glasses, you know,
So-
but, like,
Here's the thing. This is kind of, it ties into this. I had a similar thing. And unfortunately, this is not game related. When
that's fine.
I never noticed people ride mopeds, and it was only until I started getting a moped and riding it is when I started noticing there was a lot of people around me that had mopeds. Same thing too when I had my different car, because I switched to a different car. I got a car, eventually got a car, and got
Yeah.
a Nissan Versa, and I noticed that people are driving Nissan Versas around. And then
No, I get that.
and then I think
get that.
it's the same thing. You don't notice. It's pretty much the same thing of what you're saying. It's like you don't
Sure.
notice it until you actually do it.
Yeah, like, yeah, of course you'll notice, like, a Rolls Royce or something, you know, something that you
Yeah.
don't see often.
I mean that's but going to the extreme to
like-
where Pokemon Go though, like you haven't seen anyone with like on their phones, and you never thought like, oh, they're probably just playing Pokemon Go. That kind of
Yeah, And I don't think I
sounds
thought
me, I
that
guess.
thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I've like thought.
Because there was a lot of people playing.
Yeah, I'm sure they were playing it. Like I don't think I
mean,
like
I get-
because I wasn't caring about it,
Yeah.
right? Like I didn't have the
You probably
thought in my head
like
about.
you didn't even glimpse at the person. You probably, and even if you did, you probably would have thought
Yeah,
like
maybe
you
I
know
just-
they're just
yeah.
checking their.
Well,
emails
I mean, like
or
how many
text.
people have I seen daily looking at their cell phone somewhere?
Yeah.
You know, like I've never like considered whether or not they were playing a game or texting a friend or
Yeah.
you know like the only time I ever notice a cell phone, someone looking at a cell phone, if the fucking flash of their cell phone is in my eye.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, are they
iPhones.
taking a picture of me? Like, what are you know, like, what the fuck is
Now I
going
have
on
to
there?
talk to this person.
Yeah, but like, besides that, I don't think it's like
Yeah.
I don't really notice like you know strangers doing their own thing that much, right? Like,
I mean, I guess another thing too is I don't think a lot of people care too much about like looking at other people. I think, well,
I mean,
here
I
in
don't
Vegas, like
yeah.
people don't want to like look at each other or even interact with each other. I know,
which
in,
is
like,
interesting.
Hawaii,
Yeah,
it's a different,
like,
different culture where people just talk to each other.
maybe like 7 years ago, a friend of mine, a real close friend of mine, she moved here from Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And her perspective on Colorado and California was so interesting because like when we were walking to like get some Korean barbecue in LA,
Yeah.
and you know there was a man coming down the street, you know we're passing each other, me and her were walking, man was walking down this way, and she waved, you know, and he didn't wave back.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
probably
He
gave him
just
like a
kept
very
walking.
disgusted or angry or
No, he
just-
was. No, he wasn't.
just
Like
a
it was just
confused
he-
look?
No, Keo. It
Come
wasn't
on.
like that. Let me just finish the story. And he was just walking,
Sorry,
right?
I
He was
assumed
just like
too much.
he didn't like react in any way, right?
Yeah.
But the her response to that to me was that like it's so interesting how people don't say hi to each other in California.
Mm-hmm.
Like strangers won't say hi. Like you know, like we're not neighborly, right?
Yeah.
And we're not. I don't know about Vegas. Well, from what you said, it seems similar.
Yeah.
You know,
It- yeah, that sounds pretty much like here. No one doesn't really say hi.
Yeah.
When you do, you don't really. You kind of say hi, but then you move on very quickly because you do not have the time to talk to that person.
Well, what's interesting is I ever since then I do wave at people now.
Yeah.
If I'm crossing this, if I'm walking down the same way they are, or if they're like, if I see a person walking toward me, you know, I'll be like, hello.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just like it kind of like I don't know if it's profound or anything, but like it, like definitely like you know I was like, oh yeah,
I don't know.
that'd be nice. You know that sounds nice,
I will-
and that
Now,
I think that is nice.
I wouldn't mind if someone said hello to me. I would just say hello too.
Yeah.
I don't think I would start a conversation, but I wouldn't be like opposed to it. If they start
Yeah,
talking
dude,
to
I
me,
have
like
no-
I'm down. But
Exactly. I have no time for a conversation
Mm-hmm.
with a stranger, but I mean, unless like I'm in line for something. But
Yeah.
like if it's a hello, it does not take that much effort, you know, and it's very nice to do. I think.
yeah,
Like I don't know.
it could change someone's
we're-
like mood too, as well, and change
Exactly.
it to like
I
positive.
love how we go from one thing to another, and now we're talking about etiquette.
Yeah.
It's just like
Also, you want to make sure you use your dinner fork and not your salad fork.
yes, it's the salad fork is
Very-
a smaller
and
fork.
Also, do not, for the love of God, do not use your soup spoon. Oh my goodness. Anyways.
We gotta talk about the Switch though because we're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
giving this
I
thing
don't.
enough
How the
attention.
fuck? Okay, this Switch.
So the
I think.
Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
is gonna have Splatoon.
Yeah. Always. Oh, of course.
I would love it if it had the next Bayonetta on it.
Yeah.
Also,
my.
I would.
if I may, June.
Yes.
So with when I was saying with the specs and everything, I know you said you don't really care too much. It sounds like a really cool
Yes.
thing. Regardless, I agree. But my thing as a I've mentioned this too on the group chat that we're in is that I want to know the specs because they showed that you could play Skyrim. Now, when they showed that,
which is a 5-year-old game.
which is a 5-year-old game, yeah, but it's still I don't know. I would think
my
I would
laptop
think
can run Skyrim.
that's a good laptop.
It's
my
not.
laptop cannot run
I
it that well.
guarantee you, my laptop's not
Super good. No, dude. I mean, like Skyrim. They're showing Skyrim. They're not showing Fallout 4.
No, they're not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and Fallout 4 is not like a beast.
But there's still a
Like-
lot to it. It's an open world, and it renders as you move along, and that still takes up a lot of like memory, CPU,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
graphics.
it's gonna be-
Well, graphics is
Here's
the graphics look like it's been converted to like Nintendo U. Unfortunately, it looks like it. It doesn't look like it's like a 720 or 1080. With the ad, that is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna be like, like the games are probably gonna run at like 720, 1080. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be an HD console, obviously, because they already have an HD console. Why would they? It's definitely HD, but
Yeah.
and Skyrim's gonna look fine. It's gonna look like the PS4 version or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's fine. It's like it's not gonna be able to like. The Wii U had versions of like PS3 and PS4 games, right?
Yeah.
PS3 and Xbox 360 games. It's like it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like they're gonna have like whichever third parties want to support the Switch. Like, you're gonna have the NX version of that, and it's gonna be like we had a Watch Dogs on Wii U, right? Like,
Oh my
and
God,
the Switch
did
is
we?
gonna be, and the Switch is gonna be more powerful than the Wii U.
Yeah.
It is like it just is going to be
it
beefier
does-
than the Wii U.
It does, yeah.
Like, and
gotta
Skyrim. Well, dude, if it's more beefy than the Wii U, Skyrim ran on Xbox 360 and PS3,
Mhm.
and Wii U is stronger than both of those.
Mhm.
Like, I don't see
I don't know.
anything weird about a 5-year-old game that already could run
I
on
don't know,
previous
man.
hardware.
I don't know. I don't remember any other game because they tried doing the Call of Duty thing, and I was comparing that, and that was a completely different game, especially in a
Well, they
multiplayer.
had the last gen on Wii. You're not on Wii, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Wii, I remember that Call of Duty World at War
Yeah.
came out for 360 and PS3 and a Wii. I remember this specifically because a buddy of mine picked it up because he wanted to play the zombies mode on it.
Yeah.
But the Wii version was running the older PS2 era versions of these games. Like
Yeah.
Force Unleashed also. There was a Star Wars The Force Unleashed came out for PS3 and Xbox 360 and the Wii.
Yeah.
And the Wii version was running the last gen version. And maybe they're gonna we're not seeing too many split version what do you call it, split generation versions of games now. Like the last one I can think of was like Rise of the Tomb Raider released for Xbox 360 as well as Xbox One.
Yeah.
But like I really can't think of it. Mortal Kombat was gonna do it, but then they just stuck to the current gen. There was like we're not doing that this generation as much as we were last generation. So like if they do have to optimize these games for Switch in a way that like hampers it, like maybe they're gonna do that. Maybe they just won't like do it. Maybe they won't release the version for the Switch just because like the Switch isn't gonna need it really. I mean, it's gonna need some third party support, but it's gonna be like the interesting thing about the Switch, right, is that Nintendo is releasing one console this time. They're not doing two. They're not doing a 3DS and a Wii U.
Yeah.
And so everyone who like plays the 3DS, who likes those games, they're just gonna get Switch games. Like the next Ace Attorney or whatever
Yeah.
is coming out for
Switch.
Switch. Yeah, it's not coming out for the next version of a DS.
Yes, yeah.
And like, but at the same time, the next Mario game is also coming out for the Switch. That's what's exciting about it. It's like I've never had a DS or a 3DS, and I've always wanted one, but it was just like that extra. It costs a little more than I could justify each time, right? And like now, finally, this cost is justifiable because it's like I'm getting the home console and the handheld console. So I'm gonna get all the games that I missed out on for the handheld consoles that like I will be getting for I'll be getting on the Switch. And I'm really excited about that element
of combining the two.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool because they
platforms.
kind of did too, right? Or because they showed like a when the guy was like holding the Switch, and they put down it looked like a DS cartridge into the Switch.
Oh yeah, the
right?
games are cartridge based, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. They're not running
it's
on
not
any disc.
or I guess it could be.
Mhm.
They might have like downloadable stuff. I mean, all games.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
probably have that.
Yeah, I'm sure a ton of it's gonna be DLC. I feel like how it's gonna work is these are like SD cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like SD card games, like probably like like I don't know what, like 60 gigabyte cards, right?
Yeah.
Like with the game on it, and you're just gonna pop one in, and it's just gonna play the game, and that's cool. I'm super into it. Like
Yeah.
it reminds me of game packs. It reminds me of like NES or Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I can't think of the last. I can't think of any console which was just like the games were a chip.
Yeah.
The last like so many consoles have been
It's like discs.
CD based,
Mhm.
yeah, disc based on some level. Like starting from like Sega Saturn, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like it's never stopped that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Like what
the
GameCube
weirdest.
kind of.
Yeah, they had the
tried.
mini discs,
Yeah,
right?
they
had-
did on the GameCube. They did mini discs, and then
yeah,
eventually
but
went
it's
back.
still a disc, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the last. I can't think of any game system that wasn't handheld, because I think
Maybe-
Game Boy Advance and
Maybe the cartridge is a disc inside the cartridge. As soon as you put it in there,
it's a chip, right?
yeah, it looked like it.
It's
It looked pretty small too, so I think that's kind of interesting. It's either that,
yeah.
or it doubles up as a which is going to be a weird thing to do. Also, I don't think it's going to happen now that I think about it. It doubles up as
What,
a
where-
DS, so you can also play your DS games on it. But
That's a question, right?
Yeah.
Because they're always pretty interesting about their backwards compatibility. They never go 2 generations back, but they go 1 generation back usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, I'm wondering, are we gonna be able to play like let's say they stick to their pattern and they allow you to play Wii U games on the Switch? Okay. I don't know how they're going to be able to do that if you bought them on CD, but if you bought them on digital, maybe you could do it that way.
yeah,
But
of course.
and also, you don't have a gamepad anymore, so I wonder how they could accommodate for that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that's where I was like,
that's a
might
whole
not work.
yeah, exactly. But like and the 3DS, I guess same problem, because you need the dual screens. But like if they were to do that, then it would be really cool if they did like allow you to bring over 3DS games.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to like play a 3DS game and use basically the dual screen nature of. I don't know. They haven't shown too much about the Switch,
No,
but like
they just showed that
it-
it's coming out and it has a name. I think, for sure. 'Cause
you know
it
how
used to be NX,
like
right?
the idea. Yeah, so the idea of the Switch is you either play it on your TV or you play it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And they haven't actually shown anything that's similar to like gamepad functionality, where someone's playing a game on their TV and on the Switch at the same time.
Yeah.
Like Wii U.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The Wii U
Like-
has like a separate controller where it has a screen and you could play it on the TV, right?
Yeah, and you're doing both simultaneously.
Yeah.
Whereas like
It seems like
The
you have to
Switch-
have it on the docking station. I'm not gonna call it a console because the console is the screen.
Yeah, the screen as a console. The docking station, exactly. You have to have it. If it's removed from the docking station, the feed leaves the TV and goes onto your screen,
Yeah.
onto the Switch. And so, like, yeah, I wonder, like, if there is any dual screen.
I feel like if
functionality
there
with it.
is, it's gonna have like some sort of wireless like connectivity, similar to like Chromecast or like the Samsung TV, or where you just pretty much connect to it through your TV. But if you do that, there's gonna be there's definitely gonna have like some sort of latency lag.
I don't know what the latency is going to be, because
It might not be big, but it's gonna be there a little
Well,
bit.
it might be that like HD TV latency, because like the Switch is the console,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So like it's gonna like be pretty precise with the like if you're playing it portable, I guess
Yeah.
it's gonna be very like it's not doing any extra work.
No, it's not. It's gonna be
Whereas
fine.
like if you're doing it through the TV, I guess it's doing like the slightest bit of extra work, and it's probably something they accounted for.
Yeah.
And like I remember, the first time anything like this ever, was brought up was like remote play. Remember remote play?
Yes, I think I.
So for the PS Vita, then they called it. What did he call it? Hideo Kojima called it transfarring. But anyway, so what you could do is you could remote play PS4 games on your, and they were trying to figure this out with PS3 and PSP, I think. But eventually they figured it out with PS4 and PS Vita, and you could do it. Like I could play any, like not any maybe, but like a lot of games on my Vita by wirelessly connecting it to my PlayStation 4, and I remember trying it with like what is it? Like I tried it with Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, God.
I was like walking around my house trying to play Shadow of Mordor on my Vita, and
it's a streaming thing, right? Like it's pretty much
it's like
it from
streaming
your console to your Vita, right?
Exactly, that's what it's doing, and I don't think the latency was that bad, and also that's not like a super technical like timing based game, so it didn't really bug me that much. But like but what did bug me was the Vita is a different controller than the PS4's controller. Yeah. Like the PS4 has 4 shoulder buttons, the Vita has 2, and it has a touchpad and all this stuff. And so like I realized quickly you can't play many PS4 games on your Vita. Like at least not it would be hard. It would be hard to play Overwatch on your Vita because you're lacking 2 of the 4 triggers, and it's like you'd have to accommodate for that with the touchpad, and that doesn't work out all the time, and it's just not a good thing. And the thing about the Switch is the controller that is the handheld controller is the controller for the console game, for the
so there's
TV game.
There's no missing buttons for that.
Exactly, you're gonna have the same functionality either way, and I mean that's pretty exciting. It's funny. This is like the promise the Wii U made inadvertently, right? Because when people saw the Wii U for the first time and they saw that tablet, the gamepad, people were like, "Oh, dude, can you take that outside?" Yeah. And they were like, "Oh no, that needs to have, it needs to be reading off the console. It can't. It's not processing by itself." And so it dashed those hopes. And the Switch is like, oh yeah, you remember those feelings that you had? You can do that now.
Yeah, you could just go outside and go to that park that you wanted to go for some freaking reason.
When you want to walk the dog.
That wouldn't be too bad, because you know what I hate? June? I hate that I want to lose some weight, kind of. I'm not big or anything, but I just want to. I want to exercise again. And I hate exercise. I hate doing cardio. And my biggest thing is that when I do it, I'm wasting about like 30 minutes of my time just running. It's good because it's going to help me in the long run, but like I'm using 30 minutes to like not play a game. It's my thing.
I'm going to tell you right now, I really hope you're not running down the street with a Switch in front of your face, running into people.
I am dashing through the streets, crossing them streets.
You're going to break your Switch, man.
Yeah.
No,
it's more walking. It's
side tangent, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Podcasts, Keo.
Oh.
Like we're recording one right now.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of great ones on the internet right now that you could be listening to while you're taking your walk.
Oh, yeah.
There's a ton of great documentary podcasts. There's great fictional podcasts.
I feel I'm trying to figure out. It's either that
There's
or
audiobooks.
I was gonna try doing like a language learning thing, but I don't.
Oh yeah, that's even better. That's so academic of you.
Yeah, I was. But it's all thoughts, and then they usually leave my brain as soon as I want to do it.
Well, have you started exercising? Have you started doing it?
No, not lately.
Okay. Well, once you start, I recommend getting some earbuds. Putting on a podcast, like
I do it like
if you're into
on the way driving and stuff, but I haven't done it yet for once I start exercising, probably.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts on my commute to work, and when I get my Switch, I'm still gonna be listening to podcasts on my commute to work. I'm not gonna be playing the Switch,
Yeah.
But if I was taking a bus to work, however, or if I was taking, like if I was on a train, I would love to bring my Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one I am gonna bring around. I don't know if I'm gonna like bring it to every party or whatever, but like,
No, because
Yeah,
you're
that's
going to a
cool.
party to hang out. Unless it's like a Switch
Exactly.
party, then it's a different story. That'd be pretty
like
cool.
the one in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Where the
Those
lady
also-
brings the Switch to rooftop get together.
Yeah, and then they all. I guess it still would work. I guess. Then,
You know what I liked was there was a bit in that commercial, right? You watched the commercial, right?
I did.
Yeah, there's a bit in that commercial that's really cool where it's two groups of guys with two switches.
Yeah.
And they're 4 guys and they set it up on like a
bench.
table,
It was like
a park
oh
table.
yeah, table. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
And
like
they,
side by side, back to back, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they both take one of the Joy-Con
Oh,
controllers.
dude, I think that's freaking crazy. That I think that's kind
That
of.
was so
I think that's
cool.
kind of cool, actually.
And they were playing like some NBA game.
Yeah.
4-player mode,
Yeah.
2 screens,
Yeah.
2 switches just set up like that. I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's kinda
like
neat.
that's such a cool. Yeah, because I mean, obviously you have to like account for like what's the Wi-Fi situation for the Switch. Is it gonna have its own like?
I feel because they have that street thing, right?
ISP.
The local area thing, like in the DS. I don't think there's a
yeah,
that street
yeah,
pass
for
function
for
or whatever.
Street pass, yeah.
Or there, I mean, just it's just a thing, or so long as you're nearby someone, you're good to connect with them. I feel like it's gonna be
which
something like
that's
that.
cool. But I mean, like, obviously, since it's a home console and it's a portable, like the home console part of it, like my Wii U is connected to the internet,
Yeah.
right? So I can play Mario Kart with people in Canada. Hey,
Hello.
But
So it's
what
like
is it? I
one
could
person at 30.
like, or I could play with people in China, or
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know, yeah,
That'd be
whatever.
that lag
and like
for either of you.
and like the portable nature of the Switch, I wonder how it's gonna work. I wonder if they're gonna make it so that the online functionality, like the PS Vita did this thing where like when you bought it, you could buy a Wi-Fi version or you could buy a version that had AT&T
Like mobile network type thing.
yeah.
Really?
So and you know how that's how tablets work,
Yeah.
right? Like
Kind of.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
see-
really know that. I don't.
well,
have
I
a
don't
tablet.
know. Like a friend of mine who has a tablet, I see them using it. They get the internet on it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and they don't have to hook up to my Wi-Fi. If we're at,
That's like a subscription
gas
based
station.
thing, though, right?
I think so,
gotta be.
exactly. And I'm wondering if the Switch is going to have something like that.
That'd be really interesting.
If that's worth buying into, I don't know if I'm going to be
It's got to depend on the person, of course.
exactly like how
How often are you gonna be
active
leaving?
am I?
Yeah.
But and also like what types of games am I always playing on my Switch that would it require?
Are you gonna stop
that,
playing
you know?
Overwatch? Is Overwatch gonna be on
Right?
Switch?
Sure.
I don't,
If it's,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't remember reading Blizzard as one of the names on that list of names that they show at the end of the commercial.
No, I didn't
Where they
either.
have the list of third party, software.
I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get it.
Well, I mean, are you into Nintendo?
Dude, Nintendo was the first console I've ever had. Nintendo 64 was the first. Well, I think NES. NES was the first one that I had, and I
Okay.
fell in
So
love
you
with
have
it.
some you have some nostalgic love for it, but
Yeah.
do you have a Wii U? Do you have a
Do
3DS? Or have you
I have
kept
a
up with it
3DS,
currently?
Yes, have not kept up with it. I'm pretty bad at it though. The only thing I've kind of
Yeah.
kept up with was so far Assassin's Creed is kind of the only thing. Damn, we didn't even get to the games we recently played either. That's fine. It's whatever. Let's. I mean, this is a whole Nintendo Switch conversation. to be honest.
I definitely want to also talk about Red Dead Redemption 2.
we're
Do we
gonna-
have time for
we're-
that?
No. Or can cover in
Alright,
2
well,
minutes.
maybe I can table that. Like the trailer came out and I watched it and I have thoughts about it.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that some other time. Maybe more information will come out by the time
Yeah.
we record the next podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. We
'Cause-
should hold it off because we're already.
By
we're
the
10
way,
minutes
happy
left.
birthday, Kyo.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
For everyone listening, it was Kyo's
It
birthday.
was on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's way after.
Yeah. It's fine.
This is gonna be way after
Thanks,
when
Jim.
you hear it. But yeah, we should have acknowledged that on the podcast.
I mean, it's fine. I'm used to not celebrating birthdays from a previous religion, so it's not too big of a deal to not say happy birthday or whatever. It's completely fine.
But you're celebrating it tonight.
Yeah.
That's why it's
I'm not part of that religion, so I'm okay with it. So.
No, because we're celebrating it tonight. We're we can't talk about Red Dead and like go on for 5 hours or whatever, like about video games.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So you haven't been you didn't want to talk about what you were playing this week?
No. I mean, I could save it because I haven't finished it. I just picked up Assassin's Creed Chronicles China for some reason.
Right.
So,
I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
I haven't finished
polarizing
it.
game.
I think I want to finish it before I want to talk about it anyways. But I mean, I'm not.
Maybe
I'm not
I'll
hating
finish it too. I remember I hard quit that game.
Yeah.
Pretty early. I had it for PS4. Yeah. I like dropped it real fast.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'll play that game. Wait, did I hard quit it? No, I'm curious. Did I finish it? I actually have. I feel like I hard quit.
I'm just at like some sort of temple, and I'm trying to collect Assassin Scrolls right now. So that's where I'm at.
Are you gonna 100% or are you just gonna play?
I feel like I always do because like I did this thing where I was like, damn, I got a silver. Okay, let me just restart this whole entire thing. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it's like.
I think I do, but I don't want to. I shouldn't because that always stops me from continuing on playing. Like I could get through.
I'm like that too, man.
I don't. I think I need to stop doing that because I want to just play it because I'm gonna miss a whole bunch of other games that I have to play.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking maybe we could both play that game, and it's gonna be funny because like we've been playing like good games for this podcast, so it'll be interesting to do one that I remember distinctly being
Not
pretty bad.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe we could do that, and then we could both report in because you're already playing it.
Yeah.
You know, might as well.
Yeah.
Play it for a reason.
Yeah.
And we could talk about that game. And besides that,
Switch.
if you ever get Rise of the Tomb Raider for PS4, man,
yeah, the way you
endurance
I'd love to do that. I'd like the survival aspect sounds pretty fun. I like doing that for some reason. I don't know why. It's just my type of thing.
Super fun. It's for me. It's great, right? Because it's like those types of games. I usually they don't pique my interest. Like Don't Starve doesn't interest me.
Speaking of, too, just quick little thing. They started Don't Starve is now on mobile now, which has never been a thing, and I'm super excited about that because I'm hella into Don't Starve.
You play it on PS4 and stuff?
I streamed it on PS4
computer?
for a bit when I was living with Justin a while ago.
So you're gonna start playing it on your phone now, though?
When from time to time, but I'm kind of just it's kind of just whatever right now.
Well, yeah. So like games like Don't Starve, like there's like an intimidation factor for me. I'm like, oh, that's like a lot to like take in. Like I'm gonna be managing what you need to so craft, many,
and you gotta
I'm just
manage.
Like it's like what is it? There was a game I super interested in before it came out, and I bought it immediately. It was what was it called? It was called oh geez, what was it called? It's a war one. War? Yes, the war one. It's like you're not soldiers.
Is it on PS4 or not Xbox? Or
it is on
PC?
PS4.
I think it's called.
It's on PC.
Is it like a weird micromanage? It's side-scrolling type survival.
It's side-scrolling. It's called. It's survival.
This War of Mine or something.
This War of Mine. Yes, that's it. This War of Mine. I was super into This War of Mine before it came out because the subject matter was pretty cool. Like
it has like
and I bought it right.
Yeah.
And I realized immediately, I don't like these games. I don't like games like this. Like
survival micromanaging.
Yeah,
type
like
games.
I love the subject matter and art style and like
that game,
tone.
That game again. We only have like literally 5 minutes left to finish off this podcast, but that game has other aspects to survival games though that are different from other survival games. Like it adds like a stress level. Like if someone dies or someone steals something.
Oh, and I'm super interested in that.
That was actually pretty cool. I like
you know what?
throwing that extra little thing in there.
Here's the thing, right? Give me 2 meters to manage. And I'm yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can do that.
Hunger,
but if you
and
give
health.
me like 5, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you give me like like so many like and this war of mine had a bunch.
Yeah.
Like it had like people being stressed out, it had people being hungry, it had people getting sick, it had we need
people being
supplies.
raided. Some people have to sleep, scavenge, or
who's gonna sleep, who's gonna go get supply, and I was just like, whoa.
Oh,
nope.
hold on.
It's just like this is stressing me out. I can't.
I don't know. I guess we're just two different type of gamers because I think I like that because the other thing from Nintendo is StarCraft was the other game that I was.
Wait, Nintendo?
Into. Yeah, like
you played it on Nintendo 64?
No. See. So my childhood, I grew up with Nintendo, so I like Nintendo games and everything. And the type of game that I played when I was on a young age too was StarCraft.
Yeah, I played the hell out of StarCraft.
That is also somewhat of a micromanaged game.
See, I can do it in that context, right?
Yeah.
The RTS context of gathering resources to build things, to fight a thing. Like, that feels much less like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
That feels more like I'm building my battalion. I'm building my supports. I'm building, like, oh, yeah, you know what? Like, they're going to attack from here, or I'm going to, defend from... So I'm going to get my siege tanks, to get my siege tanks, I'm going to have this building. Yeah. So I'm going to have to get this resource, and I'm going to have to get soldiers to protect the building, whatever. And, like, that's, like, the way I thought of it. Whereas in this war of mine, I'm like, oh, fuck. She's going to commit she's going to commit suicide if I don't, like, hurry up and,
get
like,
that music box that she likes or have something to build up her happiness.
But at the same time, like, if I send this old man with a heart condition to go like scavenge one more time, he might not make it back. And like also when I am scavenging, it's like, oh shit, this is this place is a gold mine. Oh, but there's an old couple living here. Yeah, am I gonna rob them?
Yeah,
it's just like I loved it. It was great. I never want to play it. Never want to play it ever again. But I think it's extremely successful.
It has a lot of interesting aspects to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's
other survivals.
That's the thing. I think you don't have to dislike playing a game because it's good and perfect at what it does. You could still just not like playing it
and enjoy it by not playing it.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it at all, but I love it.
Respect it, if anything.
I don't regret buying it. Is what I'm saying. But I can't play it, and that's the thing about Tomb Raider's endurance mode is it's so much simpler than that for me.
Yeah.
And yet it's still like, and I don't feel bad about killing people in this, like I do in this or mine or whatever, like in Tomb Raider, man, I'm like, I put on this perk, which like if I kill people, it like lowers my hunger gauge.
Yep.
So I just feel like this like crazy cannibal woman.
Yep.
It's awesome. It's so weird and twisted. I really like it.
Man.
Oh my god.
Survival games. Well, that's we're coming to 2 minutes left. I think we got close.
So 2 minute GM.
I think okay, quickly. Like really quickly.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, how's it?
Where am I at?
You're immediately coming over to the smith. Oh, how's it going, laddie?
So wait. Town's still on alert from the burning.
Oh yeah, they are. But
house?
he's completely oblivious. You just hear him banging onto the to a sheet of metal, and he's just on his anvil, and it's pretty hot.
Got it. All right.
Oh, what do we have here, latte? I'm just gonna give him a shitty accent, by the way.
Okay. No, that's fine. It's fictional world, right? Okay. So what do I have? I have my
you have like
shooting wrist blades.
Yeah, you have shooting wrist blades.
3 of them
left. Yep. And then you have 3 axes that you stole from.
Sick! Yeah, from the dude I blinded.
Yeah, two gold, and not to mention you killed his son.
That was
he
kind
could
of an
be
accident.
dying. He could be dying. You don't know. He just
you said
stopped.
He screamed.
He stopped screaming. Yeah.
Or he stopped screaming. That's what
the fire. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
But yeah, you have those. You have those, and yeah. What do you want here, laddie?
Okay. Do you accept trades?
Oh yeah. I give a Swedish accent.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. I'm changing to fucking. Oh yeah. I buy lots of fucking items.
Okay.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yvette is really taken aback by this man's attitude.
He's a small little dwarf man, by the way. He has a very large apron.
I calmly compose myself and I say, and I hand him my dagger and I say,
what a fine dagger this is.
Could you, is it possible for you to smith me a companion piece to this?
And he's gonna he takes a look at it, he examines it and says, I think it's manageable.
I'm gonna say, for payment, I can offer you 2 axes. And I hand him the axes.
Those look like Charles's axes, that I crafted for him.
Oh.
Did he just give you those?
Me and Charles had a personal argument, and we dealt with it ourselves. It doesn't concern anyone else in the town.
1 to 5.
1
1 to 5, baby.
Okay, 5.
Okay. Now he believes you. It's like, oh, okay. Well,
I'm not lying, am I?
no, it's not you're lying. It's just he's trying to believe you. It's a low thing. Yeah, he believes you.
Is he gonna smith me
he'll take
a companion?
This might do, but I'm gonna need a bit more gold. Would you happen to have 10 gold pieces?
How much is one of those axes worth?
They're like 5, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't have 10 gold pieces, but I have a 3rd axe.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 1 out of 10.
7.
Oof, yeah, that's not gonna do. He's just not.
Are we gonna have a problem here, dwarf?
I don't know. Are we? And just a big hulking like orc comes up behind him, broody muscles, holding a club, a huge club.
Yeah, I shoot my wrist blade into the orc's eye.
Sure, go for it.
1 to 3, right?
1 to 3, 1 to 10.
Yeah, remember those were 1 to 3.
Well, that was because
you said 1 to 3 last time. What are you switching
really
the
close?
rules?
You were really close to him.
Wait,
also,
how close is this orc?
Also, this orc is huge. Like he's.
Yeah, but I mean, that means it's a bigger target.
Yeah, but his AC's higher. Okay, that's a thing. All right, it's gonna be one to 8.
I don't do it.
Okay,
I don't do that action.
All right.
Uh.
So do you got 10 pieces, laddie?
Do I?
Yes, you do. You have 22 gold pieces, I think.
All right. Can I give him 5 and the axe?
Yeah, you can do that. This will do.
We'll do that.
Also, this is gonna take about 2 days to do.
2 days.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I don't need to. No, I do. I got damaged, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
You're fine.
Okay. I'm a Vera. What race traits do I have? Do I meditate?
So are you trying to like heal up?
Mm-hmm.
You can ask and see if there's any stores that have potions or anything, or
Yeah, but I don't want to spend money. Can I meditate, or can I? Do I have to find an inn?
Ask. Tell him that you're wounded.
No, like I don't want to. I might want to kill this guy.
Okay. All right. Well, then there's a cleric. As you're walking in, you saw like a cathedral.
Wait, I haven't left yet, have I?
No, you haven't. But as you're walking in, you remember that you've seen like a cathedral of some sorts. It's a small one. You think, with your knowledge of clerics,
I definitely want to kill this orc
Okay.
before, like when he's asleep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll.
I'm gonna try and go for that.
Yeah. He. But you.
So during
your
night
character
1,
knows.
I'm gonna poison him somehow.
Okay. You're just gonna kill everyone in this town.
Do I have poisons?
Yeah, you do. It's only the poisons.
I just
on
do.
No, it's on the tip of your hidden blades.
Oh, that's sick, right?
Yeah.
Like it makes him go crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's the only poisons you have. Other than that, you don't have much of like.
And I'm like killing poison. I just have
you hallucinogens
poison.
pretty much. But you're a drug dealer. You were previously a drug dealer within the thieves. That was your side job.
Oh my god, I love this. Okay, I have an idea. Okay. Can I wait until night?
Yeah, you can.
Like when everyone's asleep?
Sure. You don't want to do the healing thing
No, I haven't.
during the day?
Can I meditate during the day until night so I get like partial rest?
Sure.
Or
Where are you gonna
whatever?
meditate at? Just right there in
Oh.
front of the Smiths.
No, I'll leave. Is there any park or anything I could sit?
You leave. Everyone. So you're leaving. This is immediately after talking to
Mm-hmm.
the small dwarf, and he's.
Yep,
getting
I'm
up
waiting for the other shoe to come down now.
Yeah. You as you go out, you just see people just frantically just panicking,
Yep.
and they're getting the water from the well, and they're just tossing it into the water.
Into that
They're
burning
helping. Yeah, they're helping. What do I call him? Charles. They're helping
house.
Charles.
Clarence?
No, Charles. Charles is the lumberjack.
I thought his name was Clarence.
Clarence is a little kid.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. They're helping Charles get the dagger out, and yeah, you see a pathway.
What did they do with the dagger? Do they leave it after they yank it out?
Yeah, they're just yanking it out. You don't see where it goes to unless you're gonna follow it.
Yeah, I want to follow it.
Okay. Do you want to follow at a distance or else?
Yeah, just a slight distance. I want to be seeing where it goes.
We'll end it here too.
Oh,
This is more than as more. This is more time than I wanted to put into this.
Oh my god. Okay. Every single time.
Every time.
The shortest sessions. I love it.
Oh my god. Anyways.
We've maybe made like, but we've done a lot.
Yeah,
in these short
I
sessions.
try to make it go as fast as I can, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've racked up quite a child body count at least.
Yeah,
Like,
at least.
potentially.
Yeah. Okay, so that's done. Quick D&D. Nice. Good job, June or Yvette. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bow my ears at you.
I bow my whole body because I'm just a GM. And yeah, we're gonna end the podcast here. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can now follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Junk Bunk. I forgot what other social media I have. iTunes. Look for
Subscribe.
Binch Bros. Yeah, follow, subscribe to that. Oh yeah, we have a YouTube kind of coming up.
Nice.
I just made the account for right now. But probably gonna be a while till I release the podcast on there. I'm trying to figure out a way to put it through there.
Keep your ears pierced. Peeled.
Uh-huh.
Eyes peeled for a more spoiler casts coming in the future.
Oh yeah.
We have another one lined up with another friend of ours.
I still need to
Little
freaking
tease.
release the first spoiler cast for the anime we did, Kill la Kill.
Yeah. Kill la Kill, that was a good one.
I need to work on that.
That was the one with Justin.
Yeah. But yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. Follow us on those. Twitter, it's going to be Binch at Binch Bros Pod. Facebook is going to be facebook.com/Binch Bros. Awesome. And
Do you have anything you want to recommend to anyone?
as game wise or like what?
Anything.
Yeah, make sure you let's make sure you get behind the ears when you shower.
Mm-hmm. All right, I have a recommendation.
Okay.
There's a YouTube video out there called Did You Know Gaming? It's a series called Did You Know Gaming?
Yeah.
And they did one on Satoru Iwata.
Yeah.
And I recommend people watch that video. It's 20 minutes long, and it's really great. And if you know anything, if you love Nintendo and Pokemon, stuff like that,
Yeah.
you definitely should check it out. It's about their last president who died last year or this year.
Yeah.
He died this year. And it's a very touching tribute, and I think you should check it out.
Nice. If you want to watch something stupid, go to iDubes TV. I'm subscribed to him. I don't know. I'm trying to.
What is it? Sell it. You're not selling it.
It's just a young buck, doing shitty box openings, and
Is that you?
it's not me. It's someone else. It's someone I'm legit subscribed to.
Why'd you say it's shitty?
Because I like him. I mean, I don't know. His audience is so rude to him.
Oh, that's so mean.
I'm just following him, but he has like a million 2 million subscribers. What the hell? He's close
Yeah,
to
wow.
3
He
million.
isn't hurting.
Yeah.
He isn't hurting
No, he's
for
not.
views.
Um,
iDubbbz?
iDubbbz TV. That's IDB. IDU.
Ooh, I think you spelled that wrong, right?
BBBZTV. iDubbbz TV.
IDUBBBZ?
Yep, TV. Yeah.
3 B's.
3 B's.
3
I'm
B's.
right there.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to watch something stupid, there you go.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Whoa.
Listening?
Yeah, well, listening. That's right.
Listening.
Unless you have, like, synesthesia and you're actually legit seeing things as you're listening.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Love that.
And, yeah. See you guys later on the next podcast.
Adios.
All right.